Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. Please share this video with other people that you might think are interested in action figure reviews. So in a previous video, we looked at 4 of the Fantastic Four figures. Not the entire lineup of the family itself, but we included the Silver Surfer, Thing, Mr. Fantastic, and Johnny Storm in the Human Torch mode. And in that video, I included a Sue Storm from a different Marvel Legend line from a couple years ago because I did not have the movie version of Vanessa Kirby's character of Sue Storm in the current Fantastic Four. Well, that all changes because I just got in Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four, played by Vanessa Kirby, and so we're going to take a look at that today. And before we go any further, I just want to say that none of this content is sponsored. Any of these figures that I review on this channel have been purchased by my own money, so there is no outside influence as to how I review these, and I do not get paid or compensated in any way. These are all bought for and paid for by me. With that being said, I could not find this figure in the store, and I originally wanted to do one full review of the entire wave. I decided to order this from a website called Jay's Toys and Games, who I learned about from watching Kyle Peterson's channel on YouTube. Actually, his channel and a couple others have heavily influenced me and convinced me to get into making my own action figure reviews as more of a hobby, just to talk about my collection when I'm adding to it and that kind of thing. I'm not adding near as many figures as some of these other YouTubers, but I do like to make short videos on what I am adding and what I've gotten. This channel is mostly dedicated to WWE Mattel figures. I also like to collect Marvel Legends of MCU figures based on the movies that have come out. So here you have Sue Storm in the box. It's got the traditional retro style packaging that the other figures had, and in this it looks like she comes with an extra set of hands and her invisible shield, complete with bullet holes in it. And a lot of people have commented on the likeness to Vanessa Kirby in the movie. I think it looks really good. In fact, I think all these figures look really good, but there we have a picture of her on the back, called Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. And like I said, this is from the movie version, the MCU version. You have the 4 on the top, artwork on the side, character on the side. And again, I don't save a lot of boxes, but I actually did save these boxes just because I like them. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with them, because everything that I do have comes out of the boxes. So we're going to take her out of the box right now and see what it's all about. And there you have her in the package. The shield is packed separately in the back, so that's kind of nice. Got her extra hands. And the figure itself, no twist ties, so it comes right out of the package nice and easy. And there you have it. And it's a very good likeness, I think. I just saw the movie. Actually, I saw it twice. The likeness is fine. The suit is fine. Actually, the suit on these, the detail is tremendous. I really like it. We have the back. The hair sculpt is nice. All the details on the suit, very nice. There's the head sculpt again. And then these are the 2 hands. Get a gripping hand to hold the shield, and a fisted hand. Shield comes out. So this hand, open hand, has a hole in it for the peg, which is very cool. So I can do this. Maybe something like that. Bring this down so you can see your face. Bend at the elbow. Not bad. Posing's pretty nice, just like the other ones. Try to get her in that classic superhero pose. Sometimes it's a delicate touch to get them to stand. There she is in her standing pose, looking really good. It certainly is a nice figure in terms of adding her to the rest of the group. There was no doubt that I wasn't gonna add her to this. It was just a matter of finding her, and it turns out that recent store near me had her, but this was already on the way. And I didn't pay much more than retail. If you can't find these things, I do highly recommend checking out a couple sites online. Like I said, none of my content is sponsored, but I do appreciate some of these websites that I have been turned on to. Jay's Toys and Games is one of them. Nerdzoic is another one to get figures that I like a lot. And of course your traditional stores, your Walmarts, your Targets, your Amazons if necessary. But if I can score a pretty good deal, I like to find some of these like more independent online stores and go with that. But also for instant gratification purposes, there's nothing better than finding that in the store. So here you see her on the stand, looking great. You get a good 360-degree view of her. And like I said before, I think the head sculpt is fine. I like the detail in the hair. The suit is wonderful, as the others have looked, and just a great representation of the Fantastic Four finally hitting the MCU. I have no problems with these figures. I've loved them all. I'm passing on the Johnny Storm version, like the human version of him. I don't really need that. If I see it later on down the road at a discount, I might pick it up. But what I have right now is, as the core group, is exactly what I want. And hopefully one day I can find a sort of a scalable Galactus that's not ginormous and not thousands of dollars, just to blend in and give him a bad guy to fight. We're going to see how she blends in with the rest of the family and take a look at that. Before I show her with the rest of the team, I wanted to show her side by side with the other Sue Storm that I had from a Marvel Legend from a couple of years ago. This is more of the comic accurate Sue Storm that is on the left. It's actually the only character from the Fantastic Four from a comic book version that I have. So that's the only way I can compare, but I want to show them side by side. There's good and bad to both. I like the more realistic body style and head sculpt on the newer one, the MCU version, but I could definitely see where people would gravitate towards comic book versions, because I think the suit has some merit there too, with the darker blue and things like that. But I do like my MCU version, so I'm kind of partial in that way. So I would never dismiss someone's opinion on the comic book accurate ones, but I like the MCU versions. A lot of my collection is based on all the different movies, so I tend to like those better. Those are usually the only ones that I invest in. There are a few comic book version characters that I do have, but I mostly stick to MCU creations. And here is the shot with the entire family. Got Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, Human Torch, and the Thing. And I also have the Silver Surfer, which we saw at the beginning of the video. Indeed a great set if you are a MCU collector. This is definitely worth the $24 for each figure, especially these core 4 figures. I think are absolutely spectacular, and I'm finally glad to have Sue Storm added to the family. If you've made it this far, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe. I thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.